Okay, so for my controversy of analysis speech, I'm going to be doing it on gun rights and gun laws, and I'm going to be talking about the pro and anti gun people. Um, I'll start off with the anti gun for now. Um, they have some good points and some bad points on what you should, and I mean, I only have a 5 minute video to do this on. I can do a long video on this, honestly, but I mean, and obviously you can see I'm pro gun, but I'm open minded about it because I feel like there's good and bad points about both sides. But anti gun people make it so hard to get a gun, which is a good and a bad thing. And they got their reasons and their rights, and I mean, everything that anybody wants to do with their rights, they can. Obviously, it's America. Um, so I mean, like background checks with mass shootings and everything like that. I mean, most of the time, the mass shooting is done by somebody that didn't buy the gun. Not most of the time. I'd say about a quarter of the time, but the rest of the time, it's it's somebody that took the gun from somebody else. Um, I mean, other than that, I mean, they honestly haven't been taught the right way about a gun. They don't respect the gun. Um, and that's not a good quality to have as a human being. If you disrespect anything, you should not have that. You should not have that right to do that. That's why I believe that they should do more mental evaluations on people that can buy guns, and not just a questionnaire. Like, I don't know, say every 4 to 5 years they have to go and get a mental eval done to show that they're still mentally stable and fit to own a gun and have the quality to and the purpose to have it and own it, use it. But for pro gun people, I'd rather have a gun. Honestly, I mean, I'll go into protection for myself. During Sandy, I had a guy break into my house, and I'm glad I had a gun because I didn't have to shoot him, but fucking scared the shit out of him, and he, he didn't come back. And then I ended up finding out that there was multiple people that wanted to break into the house and didn't because they found out that we had guns, which I think is stupid because they all knew we had guns. I just don't think they thought we'd use them. Found out also later, but I found out that a couple months later. But that brings me to another point. If my life is threatened, there's the question: if your life is threatened, will you kill? If my life is threatened, I will kill. Um, I mean, there are consequences. I mean, obviously, you got to live with that for the rest of your life, or you're gonna be sent to jail. But I mean, it comes down to being alive and self-defense. And then you got protection on both sides. I would relate that more to like cops. For anti-gun people, they would just want cops, and then say security guards and like more so. Not overqualified. I can't really. What's the word I'm looking for? Um, More substantially qualified to have more of a purpose to have a firearm. But then again, that brings me to my point that I want the gun because I'd rather have the gun instead of calling the cops because a 9mm, 40, and a 45 caliber all travel faster than a phone call. So, and that goes for both points of me shooting the guy or the guy shooting me versus the phone call or defending myself. And I choose defending myself, honestly. And then also, I'd say for pro guns, there gets to the point where people say that our Second Amendment right is outdated. It's not outdated. The right. It's the right to bear arms, which goes. It's Second Amendment is a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's a well-regulated militia. That's the same thing that we had during the Revolutionary War. I mean, obviously they didn't have assault rifles or machine guns back then, or even semi-automatic rifles. They didn't even have pump. They didn't have anything like that. They had muskets, and I mean, I use muskets. I mean, you can still do damage with them. I mean, but obviously it's nowhere near what you can do with today's guns. But just what the Second Amendment means, it's not an outdated. That's like saying the First Amendment's outdated. Like freedom of speech, anybody's gonna say what they want, and whether they're told they can or not. You know, I mean, if you tell me my Second Amendment rights outdated, you're just ignorant and stupid, honestly. And I mean, that just I mean, I'm all right. So I mean, I'm kind of getting to my point now, but getting off topic. But I'm gonna wrap it up now. So that just, I mean, I don't know if I sounded one sided on that or not, but obviously you can tell that I'm pro gun. But that's just how it is. I mean, a lot of people think differently, but even with today, how it's going on right now, a lot of anti gun people bought a gun for protection against this virus, against other people, not against the virus, against other people. But that's just how it is. I mean, even if it's just in your head that you think you're safer, then it helps you.